Hello everybody, this is Lama Caroline. I'm here in Ganshin Janchubling, and we're going to continue with the commentary and explanation of Lama Ganshin Rinpoche's beautiful NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing teachings, yeah? Okay, so first we're going to do the NgalSo preliminary prayers and practice. Who would like to join in, you're very welcome. They can be found at the beginning of all the NgalSo book and sadhana. I'm using the NgalSo Combined Practice book, Combined NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing book of Lama Ganshin, okay? Okay. Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya, Sangye Cheda Sogi Jonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jinsogi Pesonaki, Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Cheda Sogi Jonahamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyapsuchi, Dagi Jinsogi Pesonaki, Drula Penchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, I take refuge until enlightenment. Through the practice of generosity and the other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all living beings. 7 limitless meditations. Samchen tamche dewa dan dewe gyu dan denpa gyu chi. Samchen tamche dunyel dan dunyel gi gyu dan drawa gyu chi. Samchen tamche dunyel mepe dewa dami drawa gyu chi. Samchen tamche nyerin chada nidan trawe tamyon la nepa gyu chi. Samchen tamche lusen gidu nele soshin trayun lusen dewa dan denpa gyu chi. Samchen tamche NgalSo tochin china no chukoyu danshin samane gyu chi. Samchen tamche dansan buli gi kyedo dadan chinangi shide dan dukun denpa gyu chi. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings enjoy inner and world peace now and forever. Purification of the sight and blessing the offerings. Tamche duni sashita se mala sohome padan la tiltanya bedurye ranshin jam pohone gyuchi la dami chupese no susham dahani kitro kun sancho tre laname Nam Kakang Guhun Kyab Gyuchi. Offering mantra on Namo Bhagavati Benza Sawa Pramadani Tatagataya Ahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Benze Maha Benze Maha Tesa Benze Mahavidya Benze Mahabodhicitta Benze Mahabodhi Mandrapa Samkramana Benze Sawakama Awarana Bishodana Benze Soha Puncho Sungi Tempadan, Sangedan Janchu Sepa, Tamche Giji Aladan, So Niyo Suso Penadan Chempodan, Choki Nampa Dashi Sangi Mikyape, Togi Deshi Nidugyuchi. By the truth power of the three jewels and the blessings of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, as well as by the great strength generated by the two accumulations, and by the power of the pure and inconceivable Dharmadhatu, may these offerings become real. Invocation of the Healing Buddha. Malusem chen kungi kungyu chin, du de punja hemize jonzela, nona malu yanda kengyu pe, chom den ko chene di shesu. Seven Limb Prayer. Gosan gupe gone chatselo no shayi trochu pa malubo. To mene sadi tun tam chesha. Kiepa ge wahanam la jiran ko wa mato badu le june. Drola chuki hikolo ko wada. Da shenje nan jan chu chempo no. Mandala offering. Sajipa ki joshi meto trari li jini de genpadi. Sangye shintu mite boagi. Drokunanda hashin la chupasho. Ida guru ratna mandala kam niryatayami. Buddha Shakyamuni prayer. Lama Gyalwa Shakya Tupala Chatselo Chatu Kyaso Chiwo Jingi Laptu So. Calling the Guru from afar. Lama Kien, Trinche Sawe Lama Kien, Lama Kien, Kyabne Kuntu Lama Kien, Lama Kien, Princesa we Lama Kien, Kyabne Kuntu Lama Kien. Locho Zampo Pelgyuta Shipa, Tu Gentem Petrin Leanoda, Pegedrolo Zampe Zepachen, Palden La Mehesha Blaso Wade. Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavahadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Hum Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavahadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Hum Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavahadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Hum Pakya Kekudan Dagilu Pakya Kesudan Dagina Pakya Ketudan Dagi Dunyamechi tu jingilo Makya Kekudan Dagilu Makya Kesudan Dagina Makya Ketudan Dagi Dunyamechi tu jingilo. So, wherever we are in the world, we imagine that Rinpoche in his rainbow body dissolves through the crown of our head and blesses our subtle mind with his holy body, speech, and mind. Mantra of self-healing and spiritual company. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha. Mantra of Maitreya, the future love Buddha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Mantra of universal compassion. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, hi everybody. Hope you're all well. Hope everything's okay with you. So we're doing NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, which is the main teaching of our guru, Lama Caroline Rinpoche. Yeah, the basis of his NgalSo teachings. Okay. So we're talking about the seed syllables, the bijas Om Ahum Tram Hri and Om Ahum Soha. Yeah, okay. So we got to that point, yeah. So we always say there's 5 minutes self-healing, so let's do the 5-minute one, okay? So we just did we did the Guru Yoga, so we can go. Where should we go to? Let's go to page 55 in the combined practice. The Guru has absorbed into our heart, okay? Om Sobawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddhoham. All phenomena are empty of inherent existence, and so am I. Yeah? So, because we're not truly existent, we can change our, let's say, vision. Now we have the wrong vision, no? The samsaric vision. But because things don't truly exist, we can choose to arise in the pure form of Guru Buddha Vajrasattva. So generation stage, Aham Vajrasattva. I am the complete body mandala of Vajrasattva. Yeah? So those of you who know how to, you arise from a lotus, and then there's a moon disk, and then there's a letter Hung, and then in one instant, in a beam of pure light, you arise in the form of Guru Buddha Vajrasattva, complete with all the aspects and qualities. Those of you who don't know how to do that, Rinpoche said, for now, just imagine you're very clean and very pure, like a pure hologram, okay, to start with, okay? Then loosening the channel knots, constricting the 5 chakras, and generating the 5 lotuses. Pam lepema janku, pam lepema sepo, pam lepema nompo, pam lepema, pam lepema. Generating the seed syllables or bijas. Om Ahum Tram Hri, or Om Ahum Soha. Okay. White Om in the crown chakra, red A in the throat chakra, blue Hung in the heart chakra, yellow Tram in the navel chakra, and green Hri in the secret chakra, or the same. Om Ahum, the same, and yellow So or Sva in the navel chakra, and green Ha in the secret chakra. Yeah, there's 2 varieties. Yeah, okay. So this is where we got to, generating the seed syllables. So then we start to talk a little bit about the bijas, what is a mantra, what is a seed syllable, and so on. So let's continue a little bit with that, because actually, very meaningful subject, actually. Yeah. So before we start this evening, I was looking at my notes, seeing what Rinpoche said about it when he first taught NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 in 1993. Yeah. So let me have a look, yeah? So he said very many interesting things. So let me have a look. I take some notes here. 1 second. So, for example, many people say, oh, what is this Om Ahum Tram Hri? Why is it so important? Why is it a seed mantra? A mantra is that transforms the mind or protects the mind from ordinary appearance, remember, yeah? Okay. Rinpoche said it's like an instrument to transform our consciousness into the positive side, yeah? So, okay. So, okay, this is what Rinpoche, one of the things he was saying, yeah? Okay. So he said, Rinpoche said, okay. He said, if you, this is a direct quote from Rinpoche in 1993. He says, if you kick a football, yeah, it goes everywhere, yeah? And also when you kick a football, your energy goes everywhere, yeah? Your energy is moving a lot, yeah? Okay? So he said, in the same way, our chakras, our channels, the sa, yeah? Our cells and atoms, they need to move together with opening the lotus, with generating the bija, the seed letter, with the symbols, with arising as the Guru Buddhas, yeah? So we need to make our chakra, channel, cell, and atom all move in a positive way, in a positive direction by doing these meditations on the seed letters and so on, yeah? And then he was saying, actually, people like to listen to these kind of ancient sounds like Om, Hum, Tram, Hri, and so on, yeah? So I was saying this last time, no, that according to the Vedas, they believe that everything arises out of sound, yeah? So Rinpoche, he was saying that in the beginning of this world, the only thing that exists was the sound Om Hum Tram Hri or Om Hum Soha. And he said, apart from that, nothing exists, yeah? And then he said, gradually, bit by bit, from these bijas, the whole universe arise, yeah? This is like the Vedic way of thinking, that from this pure sound, yeah, the whole universe and everything arise from that bit by bit, yeah? So then he said, actually, yeah, he said all Latin, and so all Latin languages like Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, French, many Latin languages, yeah? And also Sanskrit and English, all this comes from these 5 mantric seed syllables, yeah? Okay? Yeah, so he means that from Ama, Hum, Tram, Hri then come out the Sanskrit vowels and consonants, and then all the other kind of languages. Actually, it's true, no? Many of our European languages are called Indo-European languages, and we can see actually there's a very strong connection to Sanskrit, yeah, to Vedic, and many things in Latin as well. So Rinpoche was completely right about that, of course, yeah. So anyway, and he says even before Sanskrit exists, yeah, he said Om Hum was there, yeah, okay. So anyway, so he said now we use this energy in a different way, yeah, okay. So please don't forget, yeah. Okay, so that's one, because that's what we were talking about last time. So I found this, what Rinpoche was saying in my notes, yeah. I always like to go back and check what Rinpoche said, because also, of course, I forgot many things. And he said many beautiful and very interesting things, yeah, which is why I think it's nice to go through all these teachings, yeah, okay, again, yeah, also for us old people, and also for the new friend, which of course there's many new people. So then we get really the gusto, the taste of what Rinpoche liked to share with us, yeah. So beautiful, actually, yeah. Okay, let me find something else. Rinpoche said many beautiful things, yeah. Okay, so he said, okay. He said, even with one mantra, he said, for example, even with just the one mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, everything is possible, yeah? Okay, Rinpoche always said that a lot, yeah? Everything could be done with one mantra, like the mantra of Buddha Shakyamuni, Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Soha, or Om Mani Padme Hum, or with one mantra, everything was there, yeah? So he said, with just one mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, everything is possible. We can do all the purification we need. We can get all the energy we need. We can get all the healing we need. We can get all the realizations. Everything is there, yeah? And then he said, if we do one mantra and we get a result from that, then automatically we're interested in other mantras, yeah? And because we have so many, yeah? And he said, so he was kind of saying maybe it's good to try and do one and get the real energy, the feeling, and then, okay, we understand how it works, and then the rest it's okay, yeah. But to do millions and millions and no feeling, no connection, maybe it's a bit too much, yeah. So then Rinpoche said, I'm showing the tradition, yeah, in this way, yeah, okay. He said, this, remember, he's showing self-healing too. He said, the traditional method is too complicated for you modern people, yeah, okay. So he said, I'm going outside of the tradition, showing a very easy way for you to practice, because the traditional way, by that he means, the way that he was educated in the monasteries in Tibet, in the what was it, in the 40s and 50s and 60s, yeah. He said, this is too deep, yeah, too long and too profound for most modern people, yeah. Certainly too long, that's for sure. Yeah? Everything's like massive, yeah, long sadhanas, yeah, takes a long time, like 20 years, minimum 20, 30 years, yeah. So he said anyway, so I like to show the yogic style, yeah. So he said, for example, with one seed syllable, like the word free, yeah, everything is there, yeah. So that's what Rinpoche was saying, that even within one bija, one seed syllable, like oma, or hung, or tram, or free, yeah, and so on, yeah, everything was contained, yeah. So Rinpoche used to show us a lot, like in the early 90s, he was doing very much the practice of Chenrezig, yeah, full love, full compassion, yeah. So then we used to do like just practice like this. Sorry, I need a United Peace Voice singer. Let me think. Om mani padme hum. No, so I can't remember the tune yet, but it was Om. I'll say without the tune. Om mani padme hum om. Om mani padme hum ah. Om mani padme hum hum. Om mani padme hum tram. Om mani padme hum free. Yeah, okay. Down and then up again. Yeah, okay. And then we would do the whole practice of Chenrezig, and we could do the stages of the self-healing practice inside it, yeah? Just changing the seed syllables at the end, yeah? So Rinpoche showed this very much with Chenrezig and also Buddha Shakyamuni practice at the beginning, yeah? And he says, if we do like this, like Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Ah Hum Tram Hri, he said in 1 second we can get all the results. He said by miracle way, no doubt, yeah? But we need to understand like how each one of the bija energies works, yeah? So he said we need to understand how the Om energy works, yeah? We need to understand how the energy works, yeah? We need to know how the Hung energy works. We need to know how the Tram energy works, and how we need to know how the Shri energy works, yeah? Because he said, if otherwise you might know all the Buddha's teaching, but it's just book knowledge, yeah? We need to get like actual practical experience, yeah? Okay. So he said, okay, in your head you can have many knowledge, but if your heart is cold, it's not working, yeah, yeah. But he said, if your head does nothing, but your heart is hot, it's okay, yeah. Okay, ideally we could have both, no? So, like in our Galupa tradition, we have this thing called Kedrup, scholar Siddha. So one to understand what we're doing, like the intellectual knowledge, and then the warm heart, the open heart, the great heart, yeah? Then we become the Kedrup, the scholar Siddha. This is the best. But anyway, we can make a t-shirt for the Rinpoche. Rinpoche said, yeah, he said, head nothing, the heart hot, okay. He did actually say that, yeah. He said, anyway, this book, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, we made it in 10 days from the beginning to the end. So if everything's not clear, very sorry, yeah. But he said, we like to put energy in the spiritual computer bank, yeah, okay. And he says, actually, we need 3 years to do this, to explain self-healing and also to practice, but we did it in a crazy way in 10 days, yeah. But he said, then he did it like this because he said the Buddhas have always been very kind to me in the tantric way, and the holy beings have always been helping me, yeah. And he said they're really kind to me. So it says moment to moment, they never stopped to give me energy. And this was true. Rinpoche was so full of energy. It was incredible. Like at that time, he was sleeping only when we were doing self-healing too, the first time when we were making the book, he was only sleeping like 2 hours a night. So inspired, yeah. And at that time, because we were all very young, we could just about make it and catch up with him. Yeah, okay. So he said, anyway, we need to make a deposit like this in the spiritual bank account, and we need to rejoice. Yeah, Rinpoche always used to say, rejoicing is the best investment. Yeah, okay. Anyway, now I've run out of my note, yeah, but he just, anyway, said so many beautiful things, which is why bit by bit I'd like to share with everybody as much as possible what Rinpoche actually said, yeah, okay. So meaningful, so important, yeah. Hang on, let me go back to my other notes of what Rinpoche said. Hang on, where are they? Yeah. Anyway, so okay, so let me find one or two other things he was saying, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, this is so nice, yeah. Yeah, so Rinpoche was saying, yeah, this is, now he's speaking in 1993, yeah. So he said, he's talking about mantras, yeah, okay, and the effect of mantras. And of course, the point of doing a mantra is to change the emotional feeling, to change the mind, to change it into a positive way, isn't it? Otherwise, no need to do this, yeah. So Rinpoche said, for 10 years, when he came to the West, especially to Italia, Brazil, Greece, no, he said, for 10 years, I only did Guru Buddha Shakyamuni mantra, yeah. And also I was giving him natural medicines, and I was looking what was good for Western people. So then I saw there were good results coming. People were getting healed. So I made the self-healing books, yeah. And he said, please, in this century, which now is the last century, but anyway, also this century, it's not enough to cure ourselves with just natural and chemical medicines, yeah. We need self-healing. We are committing suicide in many different ways. He said, we need to take care in a gentle way, yeah? He says, human beings are not like machines or computers, which is a good thing to remember, especially like more and more, no, we're so much attached to our screens, to our technology. So he said, we are not machines, we are not computers, yeah? And he said, then he said, here in Italy and also in Spain, yeah? It says, my friends, they're always suffering, and every day they say problem. And he said, please don't say problem, just say little difficulty, yeah. And he said, every day, don't go like yeah. He said, this is no good. He said, please try and develop the inner smile, yeah, okay. And then we're always comfortable, yeah, personally, and also we're comfortable with the people around us, and we have benefits for daily life. And he said, please always try to remember this. So now the situation that we're in now is so important, actually, Rinpoche advice, yeah. Yeah, because now we're all still in now year 2 of the pandemic, you know. So we need these instruments, these tools to take care of our mind, yeah. And what Rinpoche said, we used to think, oh, he said really easy things, but actually it was completely true, you know, deep psychological truth that now we need to use, yeah. So he said, for example, many times that if you're depressed, if you're bored, if you're fed up, yeah, use a mantra, yeah. For example, Om Mani Padme Hum. And this we need to try, yeah. So okay, we have a lot of opportunity to be bored, to be depressed, to whatever, no, to feel unpeaceful and so on, thanks to the present world situation, yeah. So that okay, so if we experience that, then we can put Rinpoche's advice into practice, like an experiment, yeah. So Rinpoche said, if I say Om Mani Padme Hum, which is the mantra of universal compassion, and I send rainbows out of my heart, touching all beings, relieving their suffering, and I think, may they be well, may they be happy. How do I feel? Do I feel much more happy and positive? Does my depression go away? Does the light come back in my mind? Does my heart open or not, yeah? So we need to try these things, yeah? Because he gave so good advice, yeah? Not only for the situation we're in now, but for all kinds of situations. But like I say, if we didn't put it into practice now, we've definitely have, let's say, the occasion to do it now, yeah? So then he said, as you know, every day we have to pay the bills, yeah? And we're always saying it's too expensive, yeah? And we always remember our outer expenses and usually say it's too expensive, yeah? But he said we never recognize our inner expenses, how much it costs to use our body, speech, and mind, our qualities and actions in a negative way, yeah? And yeah. And he said, we never think how much bad words are expensive for our energy. Because we're talking about mantras, aren't we? Yeah? So, okay, before we even start to talk about mantra, it's like we need to use our speech in a positive way, in a soft way, in a peaceful way, and so on, yeah? So, yeah. So he always said we never recognize our inner expense. So he always used to say it's like the mobile phone, no? At least in the 90s when we first got them, yeah? So we have the phone and we're chatting away, blah, blah, blah. We have one friend in our city and we talk all the time, and then we have one other friend on the other side of the world and we're talking away. Then at the end of the month we get a huge bill because we didn't realize that some calls are more expensive than others. So in the same way, using our words in a negative way, some words are more expensive than others, especially like swearing, like lying, gossiping, dividing people, slandering. This is very expensive call rates. Rinpoche always said we need to cut down or economize, yeah? And use our speech like economy way, yeah? By praising others, by putting people together, by saying positive things, yeah? And by spreading positive information, yeah? So he said, please, we need to do our job 24 hours a day with peace, and don't be nervous, yeah? And if we work with peace and talk with peace, everything is positive, yeah? And he said, even at the time of death, we need peace, yeah? So then we take the peace habit to the next life, yeah? Okay? And he said, we need to, not taking care of the inner world is too expensive, yeah? Okay? So we need to recognize the inner world and use it in a positive way, yeah? Then he said, I'm very happy because I see my Italian and Spanish friends. It's not possible for them to be silent, yeah? But also meditate, because Kumpan was in Milano, of course, yeah? So Rinpoche spent a lot of time in Italy and also frequently went to visit Spain at that time, yeah? So he said, my Spanish and Italian friends, not possible to be silent, but meditation time, they become very quiet, yeah? So it means also their minds are becoming more quiet, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so he said many incredible things, yeah? Anyway, so bit by bit, I'd like to, this is a compliment he was saying to, of course, to our Sangha members of Italy and Spain, who we like very much, yeah? So he said many beautiful things, okay? So now I'll continue with what I was talking about a bit last time, yeah? Okay, so I was giving some more detailed explanation about bijas, seed mantras, and so on, because Rinpoche gave great importance to them within the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing too, for us to recognize them and use them and so on. And just in case anybody's tuning in for the first time, or even if you're not, let me show you what is a bija, a seed syllable, yeah? So for example, okay, this is the bija, the seed syllable e, which is the seed syllable of the space element, okay? Very important in self-healing. This is the bija yam, which is the seed syllable of the wind element, yeah? This is the bija of fire, ram, okay? This is the bija seed mantra bam of water, sorry, yeah? And this is the bija seed syllable lam of the earth element, yeah? Now, let me see if I've got an Omar Hum Trampri somewhere. Not quite sure. Anyway, we have many of these in our book. Okay. Actually, not exactly, not all of them, but here we are. This is a nice postcard from our friend Andy Weber. Om, white, red, blue, hung, yeah? And then, okay, we have soha. When we talk about bijas, we mean these kind of things, yeah? They're like seeds, like from an acorn, no? Can grow up a great oak tree, because all the energy is contained inside there. So if you put the right cause and condition, eventually an oak tree will grow up. And so from these bijas, like for example, the white one, Om, if we put all the right cause and condition, then we'll grow up all the pure energy of Supreme Healer Vairocana, and so on, yeah? And the mirror light wisdom. If we put all the right cause and condition, or the holy energy of Supreme Healer Amitabha, and the Vajra speech will grow up, and so on. If we put all the cause and condition related to the blue one, the hung, then the Buddha Ekshobhya mind will be realized within our stream of consciousness, and the Dharmadhatu wisdom, yeah, and so on and so on, yeah. So these are very, very important within our meditation system, yeah. So I was talking some details about these things, okay, which I'd like to continue a little bit, yeah. Just because if seeing it's important, we should know more detail. No, Rinpoche said, please go in more detail. Okay, so you can see here this is a hum, let's say, letter hum. It's in Tibetan. Anyway, let's say it's in Tibetan. Okay, it's so at the top, yeah. Okay, this is ha, yeah. That's an achung. Ah, this is an u, yeah. Okay, this zero here makes the M sound, so we usually say this is hum. Okay, yeah, this would actually be with a long. This would be with a hum. It would be a longer sound. But what we're going to look at here is this bit at the top. Yeah, this is a crescent moon, drop, and what's called a nada. Yeah, okay. So many of our bijas in the Vajrayana meditations in the NgalSo system, they have this on the top: the crescent moon, and the crescent moon, the drop, and the nada. Yeah. So what does this represent? Yeah. So this is very important. Yeah. We have a 3 energy system. Yeah. Like you can also see, I don't know if you can see on the Buddha Shakyamuni, but here's not there. Yeah. Most of our tankas, they have sun and moon on the sides of the image of the Buddha. Yeah. So we have a 3 energy system. Yeah. Or in Taoism, no, they have yin yang, no, but we have sun, moon, and eclipse. Yeah. Or we have like day, night, and dusk, no? Or we have hot, cold, and medium temperature. So we always have like two energies, and then the meeting point of those 2 energies, yeah? Okay. So we represent that as moon, yeah? There's a crescent moon. This is a sun, and this is called nade. So, okay, sometimes you see like this is white, yeah? This can be red, yeah? We see this very often, like also on our tumas, on our ritual offerings in the Gompa, yeah? And so this is very interesting. This represents so many important things. For example, so within our Ayurveda, no, our Tibetan medicine, we have 3 humours, yeah, which are related to the three principal energies within our body. So we could say that the hot energy, the pitta nature, or what we call the tripa in Tibetan, anyway, the hot energy in the body is the sun energy, okay? So this is actually below the navel. It's like in the digestive system, yeah? And this energy tends to rise up to the top of the body, yeah? This one here, the moon, this is the cold-natured phlegm energy within the body. So actually, this is actually mainly located up here. So it's kind of like a balance. Here is mainly the cold energy, the lunar energy, and below the navel is the hot solar energy, yeah? So as long as those 2 are in balance, things are okay. But the thing is, because of many reasons, they tend to get out of balance, and then come ill health and disturbed emotions and so on, yeah? Okay. So this is one interesting explanation. From the point of view of the subtle body, we can imagine we have like this body of light, yeah? When we say Aham Vajrasattva, we're meditating on the subtle body, no? So so then we don't look at the physical body with like bones and skin and muscles and organs, but we imagine our subtle body like a hologram. And nowadays they have that thing called, is it Kirlian photography, where you can actually, there's some kind of camera, I think some Russian people invented it, yeah? And you can see these kind of like energy around people, yeah? Okay? Because there is actually a subtle body, it's not a figment of our imagination, yeah? So since thousands of years, the yogis of India and Tibet, and probably other places, have been meditating on what we call the 3 principal channels. So there's what we call the central channel or life channel, which starts here between the eyebrows, then it goes to the top of the head, and then it goes straight down. Sometimes we say within the spine or just in front of the spine, down to the perineum. And there is the essence of our important essential life energy, but it's blocked at the moment. Yeah, we can't really access it. Yeah, okay. And here at the 2 nostrils, no, there's what we call the 2 side channels. So as we breathe in, yeah, obviously when we breathe in, like the air goes into our lungs, yeah. But we say energetically that the energy of the breath, yeah, goes through these side channels. So and these side channels, they're related to, we say, to the sun and the moon and the male and female energies. Yeah, okay. So how does that work? Yeah. So we say that we get the sun is the right side, okay, and the moon is the left side, okay, and the sun is the female energy. It's the Shakti, the creative force, yeah, and the moon is the cool energy, is the male energy. Yeah? So it's opposite of how we think in the West. We think men is more dynamic, yeah, more. But in fact, we in the Vajrayana we look more at the inner quality. So because women have the possibility of giving birth, no, we say that they actually have the Shakti, the actual life force. Yeah, okay. But anyway, we need to make friends with both energies, no. So anyway, so we have the right side, we have the sun channel, yeah. On the left side, we have the moon channel. And when the two energies meet, this is the central channel. So this is what's represented by what we call this. This is called the nada, okay? This squiggly thing here, yeah? Okay, that's so many interesting levels of interpretation of this, okay? Another interesting thing to think about is that we Buddhists, yeah? We don't believe, as some, let's say, Western people do, or modern people, that when you are conceived that you are just a product of your parents' DNA meeting together, yeah? So we don't believe that purely because of our parents' genetic material meeting together, that's the basis of our personality, yeah? According to the Buddhist point of view, I mean, of course, we have like a genetic component, yeah? Like, for example, we tend to look very much like our parents and also have like certain kinds of like habits and so on, definitely like diseases and things linked to them. And of course, we have many, many physical things, but the actual mind stream, we say the father's semen, the moon, and the mother's ovum, the sun, yeah, when they meet together, of course, this is the meeting of the genetic materials in the moment of conception. But according to we Buddhists, there's a third factor, which is this squiggly bit here. And what this is the consciousness from our previous life, which is entering into the union of our parents' semen and ovum, yeah? So this is like, this comes with a karmic baggage, yeah? It looks like a little squiggle, doesn't it? Like a tadpole or something, yeah? But actually it's got huge luggage, yeah? Massive, massive luggage, because all the karmas of many previous lives come along with that little squiggle, yeah? Which is why we say that, for example, in families, yeah, within the children, like maybe complete different, yeah? Why? Because they have their own karmic baggage, yeah? Because you would think that if children were all like based on their parents' genetic material, they'd all be quite similar, but in fact we know that's really not true, no? So anyway, so the moon is we call the white bodhicitta of the father, yeah? The sun is the red bodhicitta of our mother, yeah? And the nada is our own consciousness stream from the other life, yeah? Okay. So some people, they say, oh, my parents never gave me anything, yeah? They have this kind of like bitter feeling or something, yeah? Okay. So you have to think, hang on, what my parents gave me is this, yeah? My most precious possession, which is my precious human body. Yeah? My father and my mother have kindly given me the basis of enlightenment. So how kind, yeah? To give me this opportunity to grow, to evolve. So what more precious thing can anybody give me in my life? So thank you very much, my dear father and mother, is what we should think, yeah? Okay. And then all the emotional stuff, yeah? But we brought it with us. And they actually, in the Vajrayana, we say actually we choose our parents, yeah? Because we're attracted to them because of our karmic propensities, yeah? They kind of fit with, yeah? And vice versa. We fit with them, they fit with us. So it's not really suitable to blame your parents because we both like deserve each other, actually, yeah? This is the Vajrayana point of view. So then, yeah, we have to like take responsibility for our own experience, whatever that is. And okay, if it's not good, we can improve, yeah? So anyway, moon, sun, and nada, yeah? Okay, so before I was saying this circle, yeah? I was saying this is an anusvara. It's like this M vibration, yeah? Okay, which it is as well, yeah? So also this 0 also represents shunya. Shunya means when you search for the essence of things, you can't find anything, yeah? So in the ancient Buddhist sutras, this is one of their favorite subjects, yeah? The Lord Buddha was very, very keen on this subject, yeah? So For example, in ancient India, our Buddhist Mahayana sutras, they give this example a lot. For example, you get a banana plant, yeah, okay. It's not really like a tree, not like a hardwood tree, but it's like more like a kind of, I don't know, bush or something, yeah, okay. Actually, they have them here in Spain, yeah, okay. So you see like a beautiful banana like plant. Actually, they're really big, 3, 4, 5 meters high, yeah. So you might think, okay, obviously there's a banana plant, yeah. So I'm going to find out what's inside it, yeah. Where is the essence of that thing, yeah. So if you've got one, obviously don't try this. This will annoy your neighbours, yeah. But theoretically, you could start to peel away, the fibers and the parts, yeah, and pull everything away. And actually, some trees, yeah, like for example, I don't know, like an oak tree, if you take off the outside, no, it's actually really hard inside, and especially in like Brazil, no, there's some trees that are like super hard inside, yeah. But a banana tree is not like that. The more you pull away the outside, it becomes like more like fibrous and more like liquidy, and yeah, the more you remove, the less there is, yeah, okay. So this is why they use this example of dismantling a banana tree, yeah, as an example of shunya in our scriptures, yeah, because the more you investigate, the less is there, yeah, okay. So I'm sure if we look on YouTube, these days you look on YouTube, you can find everything. I'm sure we can find somebody dismantling a banana plant and seeing what's in the middle. In fact, I'm going to do it myself, actually. Yeah? So why this is important is this is one of the basic Buddhist arguments. Things do not exist as they appear, yeah? For example, don't know, like, here's my phone, no? It must be real. I went to this electronic shop in Verbania and I bought it, yeah, okay. And I paid so many euros and it's mine and I love it and it's truly there from its own side, nothing to do with me. It's how we think, isn't it, yeah? But then the argument is, okay, if it's truly there, point to me where it is. So I say, oh, of course it's here. But you say, no, that's the screen protector. You say, no, okay, there it is. No, that's the back. Here it is. No, that's the camera. And so on and so on. So all you can ever point at are parts of the phone, yeah, okay? And okay, to cut a long story short, yeah, what we can find here is an assemblage of parts, which, okay, are the right parts, and they're also working parts. Therefore, there has to be a condition, no? And on top of that assemblage, I impose the name phone, yeah, because if I didn't know it was a phone, I don't know what I might think it was. Maybe in this particular case, I might think it's like a toy, yeah, because I can do this with this when I'm bored. When I used to go to meetings, yeah, I could play with it like a little snow scene. So I might think, if I didn't know this was a phone and I could switch it on, I might think, oh, it's a toy, it's a snow globe or something. Yeah, so we only understand the function of things when we're taught them, yeah, okay. So I know this is part of the naming of reality, okay. So anyway, things do not exist the way they appear, yeah. For us, people who have only conventional vision, yeah, which means everything. Kunzob means everything is all wrong, actually, in Tibetan, yeah. So it means that for us who see things all wrong, yeah, as long as I'm satisfied with the name of this is my lovely phone, yeah, okay. And then, of course, if it's charged up and I have a SIM card and I pay the bill, like, oh, yes, I can use it. How lovely, yeah? But if I start to investigate deeper and I don't know, I get out my toolkit and I start to dismantle it, all I'm going to end up with is a broken pile of stuff and no phone, yeah? Okay? So the more, and if I got my electron microscope out, if I had one and I was absolutely determined to find the essence of this, I would find even less. I would find like energy and particles. Then I'd think, oh, but I heard in nuclear science that even the particles, they move depending on my mind, yeah. So then reality gets more and more paradoxical and more mysterious the more I investigate, yeah. So things are not as they appear, yeah, okay. When we start to search for things, it looks like there's more and more space. Like when we take away the bits of banana plant, there's less and less there, yeah. So this idea of shunya actually is from the Sanskrit root to swell, like in tropical countries, yeah. They have some plants, actually, they are like kind of swollen like this, okay? There's like kind of a space inside, yeah? So it's the idea that as we look inside, more and more space appears, yeah? Okay, so the word shunya actually comes from that, yeah? So empty does not mean nothing. It means as you look, there's more space, yeah? But that does not totally negate everything, yeah? Okay? Anyway, this is another subject, yeah? Okay? So I was saying before, from the word shunya, in Sanskrit comes the zero in Arabic, yeah, and from this, yeah, it comes our zero in modern Latin and Northern European languages, yeah. So on our seed letter, this is okay. Sometimes we call it a 0 point, yeah, okay. So, sometimes we call it a non-dual point. Sometimes we call it a 0 point, yeah. Sometimes we call it anusvara, yeah. Now this bit here is actually the nada. Although sometimes in Sanskrit they also say that that nada means empty as well. So there's some kind of like flexibility here, okay. Now, what does nada? So in Latin languages, nada means nothing. So shunya, 0, nada is all fitting very well, no? But also in Sanskrit, like nada means something that flows like a river, yeah, okay? So also it can mean like the flow of consciousness, yeah, okay? Or the river, the flow of a mantra that goes like a river, yeah? So we have actually a very nice, so we have very different levels of this, like I was saying, for example, this idea of our mind, no? That flows from one life to the next. In fact, consciousness cannot be destroyed, actually, yeah? So our only actual choice is how we want to experience reality, yeah? Now, because we didn't choose well, we experience things as an unhappy, depressed, boring, unpeaceful way, yeah? But once we understand how things work, how things function, we can choose to experience reality in a better, more positive, happier, more peaceful way, yeah? Which is what Rinpoche strongly suggests that we should try and do, no? Okay? So, also, when we say mantras, yeah, actually, the one nice explanation is the nada is like, when you start to say mantras, I don't know, let's see, do I have a mala here or not? Anyway, when we say our mantras, usually we use a rosary, a mala. Actually, the word mala means garland in Sanskrit, yeah, but anyway, beads on a string, yeah, usually 108 beads that we use to count our mantra recitation, yeah. So we start saying our mantra. Let's say Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Yeah, and we keep on going. Yeah, lights going out from the heart. Universal compassion. May you be well. May you be happy. May everybody have a better life, and so on. Yeah, just concept. Or for example, Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha. We keep on saying. Yeah, and finally the mantra becomes like sort of part of our consciousness. Yeah. And so, for example, even if we're not, sometimes it just starts appearing. Many people, for example, many of my friends, they tell me, "Oh, I was dreaming, and then the mantra started to appear in my dream." Yeah, okay. Or, for example, something scary happened, and then a positive mantra appeared, and the scary thing went away. So mantras become part of our stream of consciousness, and this is like the flow of the mantra. Yeah. So this is also why, when you do a meditation retreat, at the first it's kind of like difficult to say, yeah, okay. Why? It's because it's like the flow of like water in a channel, yeah, like a river, yeah. So let's say, for example, in our lives, in all our lives, we never said Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah. So then at first we start saying Om Mani Padme Hum. So probably at first it's quite slow, and actually it takes some energy, yeah. Because it's like the energy is, we're channeling it within our mind in a certain way, and then gradually, as we get used to it, yeah, it becomes easier and easier. Somehow the channel gets bigger and bigger. So then that's why people, when they do a lot of mantra practice, they can do very well, not because they're going fast on purpose. It's because the energy is flowing automatically within their minds, yeah. So it's gradually this positive energy fills our mind, and it flows easily, is the point, yeah, even like automatically. Yeah? So then we have these very beautiful ideas, like our breath becomes mantra, and our speech becomes mantra. Yeah? So this depends on our speech becoming unified with the flow of the mantra, yeah, so the nada, yeah, okay. So actually, it does. Actually, if you look here, no? It looks like water, doesn't it? Like a ripple, like something curving like this, yeah. So of course we have many levels of this, yeah. So we can have like very base level, like ordinary level, path level, and resultant level, yeah. So on the ordinary level, we need to get this mantra energy to flow in the waking state, in the dreaming state, and at the time of death, okay, yeah. Or let me start even more every day, like sleeping, dreaming, and waking up. Yeah, so we need to get our mantra, let's say Om Mani Padme Hum, flowing in all those levels of consciousness. Yeah, and then gradually, as we keep going, and we unify our mantra with wind and so on through many incredible practices. Finally, what will come out is sometime later, is the Dharmakaya, the Sambhogakaya, and the Nimanakaya, the 3 holy Buddha bodies, sometime later, So that's why there's 1, 2, 3 curves, okay? So we need to transform the basic energies of body, speech, and mind, and the energies of waking, deep sleep, and dreaming, and many, many different levels. And finally, at the end of our mantra practice, let's say, will be the 3 Buddha bodies, when we completely purify and transform all our samskaras, all our different emotional patterns, So something to look forward to, okay? Okay, so no, it's really, really, really interesting, actually, the science of mantras, It's something important as well. Actually, I just wanted to show you one thing, seeing as we're talking about mantras. I don't know if you can see. Let me put this down a little bit, So this is something, actually, that's on top of my altar. See this here? I don't know if I'll turn it around, if anybody's interested. This is basically like probably not all the mantras that one should know and say, but actually quite a lot of them. This is the home edition of Zung means Dharani or mantras, okay. I think I got this in Tashi Lumpo Monastery in Tibet many, many years ago when we went together with Lama Caroline Rinpoche, because Rinpoche kindly took many of us to his monastery and to receive blessing from many of the holy places of Tibet, So this is home edition of many, many, many mantras, So Rinpoche was saying, when you know one mantra and really know how it works and get the energy, then all the others work. So there's a huge pile of them, So let me have a look, So okay, so mantras, actually, I don't know if you can see, look, this is pages of mantras, they're actually Tibetan phonetics, Actually, it's actually a kind of like musical notation. So I don't know if you can see, there's here, this is the Visaga, that's like this echo, like Namaha, It's like that's like Bie, it's like, it's like an echo, the energy going out, There's like a Pe, which we're going to talk about now. So many beautiful things from Sanskrit, It's really, really precious, actually, that all this kind of holy information is being kept within Tibetan Buddhism, So many incredible things, okay. Anyway, so this is. So let's say a well-educated Tibetan family, they probably have this on top of their altar. Definitely in monastery they would have one. So when either if you need to know a mantra, you can look in here for your practice. If your guru tells you to do one, or if the venerable monks and lamas come around to your house for puja, everything is inside here. The kind of dharanis, the praises and long mantra recitations and so on. So many beautiful things. Okay, which brings me on to the next subject. We haven't finished talking about the different parts of like the most popular and common mantras that we do know. So I'm just saying like very short. There's a lot more to know about this, But last time I talked a little bit about Anusvara, the 0, I talked about Visaga, the echo, We talked a little bit about Om and Hung, and we talked about Shrim, Shrim is from Tridaya. Okay, Hridaya means heart, So we always have like the heart mantra of a Guru Buddha, So we said this last time, how do we get Shrim from Hridaya, from heart in Sanskrit? So what we do is we chop off the first syllable of Hridaya, so it's Shri, and then we put on top a Anusvara, a 0 point, which is the sound M, So this why we always put this is to remember that things, if we search for them, do not exist inherently, intrinsically, okay? So then it becomes Shrim, okay? So we have many of our bijas, they have this M, either this M sound or this H sound, this Namaha, this Visaga sound on the end, okay? Anyway, so these bija mantras are very important obviously in our tantric tradition, like self-healing, also in our Kalachakra tradition, and in our medical tradition, also in our Trulkor yoga tradition, very, very important, okay. Okay, so let me go to what I wanted to talk about now. Okay, 1 second. Oh yeah, so okay, let me just tell you a little bit more about the nada, yeah, before we. Okay, the nada, this thing actually, like little. I always thought it looked a bit like a tadpole actually, but anyway, this bit here, yeah, this little curve, yeah, okay. So the nada, yeah, or the stream, or the energy, or the sound, or the emptiness. These are all the translations of nada in Sanskrit, yeah. So nada is like the inner sound current of the mantra, yeah, which happens when through the practice of mantra, our mind becomes purer and clearer, yeah. So then we get like, for example, let's say for example we're doing Chenrezig mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah, and as our mind becomes purer and clearer, the Mani mantra, it's called, starts to flow naturally, yeah, within our mind, yeah. And then, even if we're not saying it, we can hear it within us, yeah, okay? And also we can start to hear like various sounds within our chakras, yeah? So, and there's different sounds that you can hear, which are like the nada sounds. Like, for example, sometimes you hear like a kind of rumbling sound, yeah? I think that maybe they're related to the elements, actually, yeah? Or like there's a sound like a bell, or a drum, like dum dum dum, like a drumming sound, or a flute sound, yeah? So we can hear different sounds within us, yeah, which are the inner vibration of the mantra, yeah. For example, Om Mani Padme Hum, or Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha, or many others, yeah, okay. And the the nada, this bit here, is kind of like the inner pure speech Vajra power, which is underneath or behind the mantra. Now, of course, we don't think this is inherently existent because we're Buddhist, but we do think, like it's like a stream, like a flow of a river, no? Every millisecond it's changing, no? But definitely if we look in a river, there's a great power and energy and flow, and it's the same with our mantras, yeah, okay? So, so interesting, no? Okay. Really, really, really interesting, yeah? Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me just find the bit I wanted to go to, yeah? Okay, so last time, if you want to look back to the previous recording, we talked about like A, E, A, E, O, U, and A, the five main sounds, no? Five main vowel sounds, yeah? And their relation to the elements like A, I, E, O, U, no? Okay? And many other things, yeah? And then we talked about hung, yeah, okay, very important, yeah, like hung, we say all the time, yeah, hung something, yeah. So hung is one of the most important Sanskrit mantras, yeah, along with probably om, ah, and hung are the most important mantras probably, which is why we have this, no? We always say that from om, ah, Rinpoche always used to say, and also the other lamas of our Gelugpa tradition, they used to say that just repeating om, ah, hum is enough to get enlightened, yeah. But they always say because our mind is dissatisfied or something, we never even try, yeah. But he said everything is there, all the keys to enlightenment are there, yeah. As Rinpoche now said, Oma Hum Tram Kri, or self-healing, yeah. So we should actually try what our gurus teach us, no? Like, why not, yeah? We have it's free, let's try, let's see if really all the essence of the holy body, speech, and mind of all the Buddhas is in Oma Hum or not, yeah. As they say, yeah. Yeah, so Om is the holy physical energy of all the awakened beings. Is the essence of all the holy speech energy of all the awakened beings. And Hung is the essence of all the holy mind energy of all the awakened beings, yeah? Also, we can say somehow that the Hung, okay, so we can say, again, the three energies, yeah? Yeah, like sun, moon, and nada, for example, the three system, as we were saying before, yeah? And also, they always say that Hung is like a kind of strong mantra, isn't it? A mantra of protection and stability, yeah? And it can be used to destroy different kinds of negativity, yeah? Like a somewhat wrathful mantra, yeah? I remember, like, many, many years ago, reading the Namthar of Kamasambhava, Guru Rinpoche. And I remember it says that from the sound Hung, he manifested from the Odhyana into our world, yeah? Okay? And if you read the stories of many of these great incarnations, they always have this idea of Hung is like manifestation and destroying all negativity and purifying everything, yeah? Okay. So, and I was saying there's two forms of Hung. Actually, let's have a look. Actually, you can see where. Actually, this one here, this is the female one, because this is a ha and this is a short a, makes the sound longer, and this is an oo. So this is hum. It's got a longer sound, yeah, okay? So that this actually is the feminine sound, yeah? And if there's no achung, it's the masculine sound. So this, if you look in, for example, our NgalSo Combined Practice book, you will see all these kind of things, and also all the other books Rinpoche made of Haruka, Guya Samaja, and so on, yeah, okay? Okay, so, oh yeah, so, okay. So, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. It's Hung, 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 Pe, okay? So this mantra, we have it very, very often. Let me find you an example in our NgalSo Combined Practice, yeah? Okay, for example. Okay. Actually, this is from the, Kala Chakra section, yeah? Okay, this appears many, many times. This is just an example, but you can see here it says Om Prajna Paramita Hung Hung Pe. See that? Actually, don't you see that? There should actually be anyway. There should be some difference between those two hungs, yeah, in Tibetan, yeah. But anyway, so hung hung pe is super, super common in our profound mantra. So why do we have, like, for example, Om? Okay, we always say Om is like the solar energy, the creative energy, the manifestation at the beginning, yeah. Like Vairocana, the one that brings everything into let's say consciousness somehow, yeah. And Vairocana is the one who manifests form. So Om is there, okay. Then there's the mantra, and at the end is Hung Hung Pe, okay? Here, Hung Hung Pe, okay? So what is Hung Hung Pe, yeah? So Hung Hung Pe in Sanskrit is called an Asta mantra, yeah? So it's kind of, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but in many of our Vajrayana Guru Buddhas, they have all kinds of Vajra weapons, yeah, okay, which are like surgeon's tools, yeah? So one of the things that many of them hold, if you look like, I don't know, like Chakrasamvara and many others, they hold one short spear, which is called an asta, yeah? It's a bit like a short javelin, yeah, okay? And it's like this asta mantra is like this thing that you can throw at negativities, yeah, okay? And so when you say hung hung pe, it's like poof, yeah, and you throw it at the negative forces in your body and mind, yeah. And so you can use it, for example, if you have like illness, physical illness, yeah, or if you have unbalanced like wind, bile, and phlegm, if you're sick, yeah, hung hung pe is meant to pacify that imbalance, yeah. It's also meant to help our immune system, of course, in conjunction with going to your doctor and dietitian, of course, all these things. But also you can use these healing mantras of the Tantric Self-Healing tradition, yeah. And also it's very strong to overcome negative emotions in the subconscious mind, yeah, okay? So we see very, very, very often in our NgalSo practices, Om, then the mantra of the Guru Buddha, and then Hung Hung Pe, okay? So when we add Hung Hung Pe to the end of a mantra, let's say, I don't know, for example, a mantra of Tara or Chenrezig or Manjusri or Vajrapani or one of the holy Guru Buddhas, yeah, it turns their mantra into a Vajra. Vajra means diamond, no? So something very sharp, very precise. So it turns it into a force of purification, yeah, and something that dissolves negativity and creates healing, yeah, okay. So anyway, so that's just some interesting information to know. But as Rinpoche said, yeah, he said, okay, if the head is full and the heart is cold, it's no good. He said, if the head is empty and the heart is warm, the heart is hot, it's okay, it's better, yeah, is what he said, yeah. So what Rinpoche La meant is we should try and get the experience of this, not like, oh yes, blah blah, I know all about this, yeah, it's my speciality, yeah. We need to actually integrate that into our actual experience, and then we really know, yeah, there's no doubt, yeah, okay. And then that's when we actually develop faith, yeah. Faith is not, oh, somebody told me, or I read it in a book, or even my guru told me. It's like, oh, this really works. I really had an incredible experience, so now I'm sure, yeah. So that is what faith actually is, faith based on experience, okay? Yeah, we got the experience, we're sure, yeah? Okay. So that's interesting, yeah? Then Namaha, I already talked about. So for example, when we say in Guru Puja, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. So we use Namo or Namaha very often actually in our sadhanas, in our gomde, in our meditation and recitations, yeah? So one hand, Namo means like homage and, yeah, just like being humble and requesting the blessing from the Guru Buddha, like homage to you, reverence to you, yeah? But on the other hand, it's also means like naming, yeah, okay? So it means we are naming, we're imputing this. Even Guru, Buddha, even Dharma, even Sangha, we impute, yeah, obviously on a suitable basis, yeah, on a dependent arising. But every single phenomena in the whole universe is named, is imputed, yeah, including Buddha, including the universe, including the great elements, including emptiness, including the emptiness of emptiness, and all kind of everything's imputed, yeah. So when we say Namaha or Namo, we always need to remember that, yeah. So this sometimes appears in our sadhanas, yeah, in our mantras, so we should be aware of that, yeah. Yeah. Also, let me think. Another piece of our mantra that we have at the end very often is Soha or Svaha, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was saying before that, let me show you an example here from our NgalSo combined practice, the ones that we stuck. Oh, actually, 1 second. Let me find one, yeah. Mm-hmm. Always loads of them until you want to find one, no? Anyway. Oh, for example, here, look, see? A yam ram lam bam shudi soha. I'll show you an example here. Yeah? Oh, here we are. Look. Okay, can you see here? It says okay, it says a, yeah, a ho shudi soha, and there's some other things, yeah. So if you look here, no, this line here, no, it says a ho, actually it's ho with an H, yeah. The energy is going out, yeah. Shudi. Actually, here it says fa ha, yeah, okay, in the Sanskrit phonetics, but we pronounce it soha. Why? Because I was saying before that our venerable lamas and geshes, and they follow the pronunciation of Jowo Atisha, yeah, who was the founder of the Kadampa tradition. He was the founder of the second wave of Tibetan Buddhism in Tibet in the 11th century, and he was from what we now call Bangladesh, yeah, okay. So his pronunciation was Soha, yeah, okay. Just as like, for example, in modern Latin languages, no, like Spanish people say one way, Italian people say another way, French people say another way, yeah. So the same, no? So Atisha, he pronounced Svaha, like classical Sanskrit, Soha. So our venerable lamas and monks pronounce it Soha, okay? So Soha is Svaha, it's the same, okay? So what is Svaha or Soha, yeah? So Soha, yeah, is in the Vedic time is what they used to say at the end of when we do a lot of fire pujas, no, either like Vajradhaka or, for example, these days in Albaniana we have Ravne Chemmo, very beautiful, no, with various fire pujas, yeah, and in the fire ritual we offer many things to the Guru Buddha who's manifested in the fire, yeah, in order to purify, to create long life, to create power, energy, many different reasons, no? Yeah. So every time you make an offering to the Guru Buddha who's manifested within the sacred fire, yeah, you at the end you say Svaha, yeah, okay. Why? Because it's, anyway, this was the Vedic tradition, yeah, okay, and Svaha is considered to have like the energy of fire, yeah. So Svaha is considered to be like the female energy related to Agni, to the fire element, okay, yeah. Okay, so Svaha comes from that, from the Vedic times, from the fire offerings, and many of our mantras we have Svaha, for example, E Ho Shuddhi Shuddhi Soha, yeah, okay. So E is space, no? Okay. Ho somehow is related to emptiness. Shuddhi is definitely related to emptiness. It means clean, clear, or deeply. It means like Vishuddha, means emptiness, lack of inherent existence, yeah. And Svaha is kind of like this energizing, actually, yeah, energy, yeah, okay, or offering energy, yeah. So many of our mantras are like that, yeah, okay. Then what else? What else can I tell you? Tell you what. Sometimes we have them like Za Hum Bam Ho, or let me think. Oh no, let me tell you another example, yeah, okay. In the highest yoga tantra, when you do a mantra retreat, yeah, okay, when you do an approximation retreat of your chosen Guru Buddha, yeah, then you recite a certain number of the mantra of the Guru Buddha, yeah, okay. So how many you say depends on basically how long the mantra is. If the mantra is not too long, then Rinpoche always advised, Rinpoche Lama Ganshin, he always advised that you should do like 100,000 of each syllable of the mantra, if the mantra is not too long, yeah. I mean, if it's like super long, like 100 syllables or 32 syllables, then it's not that many, yeah, okay. But anyway, when you finish saying your mantra, yeah, your number of mantras, I don't know, 100,000 or 400,000 or 700,000 or 1,000,000 or whatever it is, and why you're saying these mantras is to get close to approximate, to get near to the energy of the Guru Buddha, yeah, for that nada, that flow of energy to flow through your consciousness, yeah, and to have some transformation, some signs, yeah. Then at the end, if it's a practice of the Maha Anuttara Yoga class, then at the end you do what's called the Wisdom Rain Mantra. Well, there's different long and short forms, but Rinpoche always used to. Actually, this is important for everybody to know, because many times we're doing these mantra counts of the Maha Anuttara Yoga class. Yeah. So then, let's say you've done your count of mantras. Then at the end of either each session or at the end of the retreat, you have to add 10% of the mantra plus Hung Ha A Ze Soha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and imagine that the Guru Buddha, whoever it is absorbing into you like a rain of Buddhas dissolving to you. So imagine like a rainstorm, yeah? So you imagine like rain dissolving into a lake, like millions and billions of Buddhas dissolving into you, some big like mountains, some small like atoms, and you become completely filled with all the energy of the 5 supreme healer Buddhas. Normally you visualize the Buddha, whichever one it is, as red, yeah, because it's the energy of like self-control, yeah, okay, power, personal power over your own mind, your own energy. So when we say Hung Ha A Ze Soha, yeah, okay, or we could say Hung Ha A Jai Svaha, actually, if we said in classical Sanskrit, yeah. So these are the bijas of the seed of the Dhyani Buddhas, the 5 supreme Buddha families, yeah. And also we say Ze in Tibetan because it's our way of pronouncing Jai. Jai means Jaya, means victory, yeah, okay. Yeah, so Jaya Jaya, we are victorious, yeah, okay. So there's many nice things to know, actually, yeah. So Rinpoche was always like, like he made all the victory flags, in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing too, always the flag of victory. So we are victorious, we are winning, yeah, we are successful, yeah. We always have to have that feeling, yeah. It's part of like the tantric vision, yeah. So we are victorious over our delusions, over our ignorance, and so on, yeah, okay. So, yeah, I need to do like that, okay? Okay, so let's have a look. Actually, I've just opened up this book here. So nice, yeah. Okay, this is the Book of Mantras, yeah, our home version, and this one. Can you see? It says here. Can I read upside down? It says in Tibetan. This is the Dharani of the Nima Do, yeah, which is the Sun Sutra, yeah. Okay, so many beautiful things, yeah. Anyway, actually, speaking of this Book of Mantras, one project that we've been talking in, of course, we have the Peace publications, no, in Albaniano, and also we have Ediciones NgalSo in Spanish, no. And since a while, we've been talking that it would be very nice to make a book, yeah, to represent the main practices of the NgalSo tradition, yeah. So Rinpoche, together with Ducho was Rinpoche's artist, made many beautiful, amazing images. Like this is just one example. Yeah, this is 5 supreme healers, yeah, of self-healing. Yeah. So Ducho, together with Rinpoche, told him what he wanted. He made over 200 beautiful, amazing tankas, yeah, which were exactly as Rinpoche said, put this, put that, and so on, yeah. So we've been thinking to make a booklet, I don't know, small or big, yeah, showing, like, let's say, the core practices of the NgalSo tradition, and then also to put some of the most beautiful tankas that Rinpoche asked Ducho to paint, together with the mantra, which is, everybody likes this now, mantra in Tibetan with phonetics, and then to put maybe one beautiful phrase of what Rinpoche said about Chenrezig or Tara or Vajrapani or Manjusri or whichever Guru Buddha it is, yeah, okay? So we were thinking, instead of having something like this, yeah, to make our NgalSo edition, which would be like super beautiful. I mean, this is also super beautiful, but with beautiful pictures, yeah. And then, you know, something we can look at, we can enjoy, and also is inspirational and useful for our practice, yeah. So if anybody we're just starting to prepare that, looking at which photos, you know, selecting which of Ducho's tankas to put in, yeah. Also, actually, Lama Michelle asked me to do this some time ago, to make like a list of the key practice, like what really represents us as NgalSo practitioners, yeah. So we'll have this nice little book, yeah, with our core practices, and like, okay, not millions of mantras like this, don't panic, yeah, but like maybe the main ones, okay, like, I don't know, Buddha Shakyamuni and Maitreya and Tara and Chenrezig, and let's say Black Manjusri, Open Eye Chenrezig, White Tara, Vajrapani, Hayagriva, Garuda, the practices that Rinpoche used to show us and recommend that we did, okay? So if anybody is interested to help and support this project, please could you get in touch with either Carmen or Sharon of the Peace Publications of Italia, yeah? Carmen's email is Qui Carmen, Q-U-I, Carmen, C-A-R-M-E-N, Achotula at, hang on one second, I need to check what's Carmen's email, yeah? Maybe somebody can tell me from Albaniano, please, quickly, yeah? Or you can send to Sharon, which is shalahelp@yahoo.com. So it's SHALAHELP @ yahoo.com, yeah? Okay. And Carmen's is, one second, just find it, yeah? I think it's quicarmen@gmail.com, if I'm not wrong, yeah? Okay. So anyway, so if you're interested, please talk to them about it, yeah? So actually, what we would like, if possible, is like some sponsorship for this project, because, well, all Rinpoche's books were always sponsored, no? And, you know, so if anybody would like this to help and support this beautiful project, please talk to them about it, yeah? Anyways, because we have many projects that we'd like to fulfill that Rinpoche started, no? And Rinpoche, since 30 years, was working together with Ducho to represent all the beautiful Guru Buddhas of the NgalSo tradition. So we all thought it would be super, like, we made the book for the Vajravali, no? The mandalas for the lamas and monks who attended that festival, no? So we thought it would be super nice to have like a beautiful book, yeah, which we could then, which all we NgalSo practitioners could have, and we could look at, with the, who knows, maybe the Buddha, maybe the mandala, but at least the Tanka of Ducho for sure, and the mantra, beautiful in Tibetan. So nice, no? So anyway, if you're interested, please do let us know, okay? This message from Carolina. Oh, okay. It's quicarmen@gmail.com, yeah, okay? Thanks, Carolina. QUICARMEN @, yeah, that means I'm the circle, gmail.com, okay? So please get in touch with either Carmen or Sharon about it, yeah? We'll try and realise that as soon as possible, yeah? It was really Rinpoche asked Duccio to make so many incredible images. For example, this one will definitely be in the book, yeah? So beautiful, yeah? Our NgalSo Tanka, so wonderful, yeah? Yeah? So all the details on there. I already interviewed Duccio a little bit about this, and we put on the streaming, but in the book, I'd like, to ask Duccio many of these things about Rinpoche's special ideas on the, why he put these kind of offerings and this and that into these tankas, yeah? So anyway, okay, that's one project we'd like to fulfill this year if possible, yeah? Okay, sorry, excuse me, let me just put down this enormous home edition, yeah? So you can see, like Rinpoche says, our tradition is very profound, but too long, yeah, for most people, yeah? So unless you're really into like Sanskrit translation, Tibetan translation, maybe the shorter one is okay nowadays. Let me just put that there. Okay, so Hum Tram Hri. Okay, so has anybody got any questions about mantras and things like that? I mean, of course, there's much more to say also within our practice. Rinpoche showed incredible things like all this thing of marking the all the Sanskrit vowels and consonants on the body and all these body mandalas, marking like using the bijas, the seed syllables, yeah, to awaken like special points which are related to healing within the subtle body. So Rinpoche showed really incredible things, yeah. So, for example, I don't know, like in self-healing, we have Om, Hum, Tram, Hri, okay? We're marking, let's say, the subtle body with 5 points, yeah, okay? The rest, Guya, Samaja, Haruka, Yamantaka, the rest we talk about another time, yeah? But what Rinpoche said is, for example, yeah, like in ancient times, yeah, people, and also we imagine that from the bija, like Om, Hum, Tram, Hri appears the symbol, like the wheel and the Vajra and the jewel and the lotus and the double Vajra, no, in our chakras, yeah? And then appear the 5 supreme healers like Parochana, Amitabha, Akshobhya, Ratnasambhava, and Amoghasiddhi, yeah? Okay? Okay, but Rinpoche said, actually, we can also just do like, for example, if we don't want to visualize the 5 supreme healer Buddhas, yeah? We can visualize like like a crystal light, a very pure light of like white Om vibrating here in the crown chakra. But he said not small, like kind of big, yeah, okay? Like at least this size, yeah, okay? Om, and then a big like here, red crystal light here, full. And he said light means full of love, full of compassion, full of energy, yeah, okay? Then here, blue Hum, big one, yeah, full of light, full of energy, and so on, yeah. So he said, when we do this, it's like, he said we are penetrating the subtle body with the clear light, yeah. So this is actually something super profound, actually, from the Vajrayana. So high, actually, it's even too high for us, but anyway, he's gave us all these incredible wisdom keys, so we have at least some hope for some even high things in the future, and if not, we just do our best, and then we can feel like, oh, in my life I did something, yeah, okay. So this has got many, many different levels of benefit. Also, these points, yeah, as many you know, there's many, many of these points all over the body that Rinpoche showed us how to place the mantric syllables. So these points, they also have like healing effects, yeah. So there's something in Tibetan medicine or in Ayurveda, and it's called mama points, yeah. So these channels, yeah, okay, the subtle channels that flow through our body, they have a kind of, I suppose we call it like a trigger point in the West or something, yeah? So if you concentrate on the energy in that point, yeah, it's not a small point like in acupuncture, it's usually like a big point, yeah? Then it releases the energy within different organs and channels, and all kinds of healing effects can occur is the idea, yeah? So there's like healing effects, and then there's profound effects of the energy gather, many, many levels, no, up to the energy gathering into the subtle channel and the elements absorbing, and very high things, yeah, okay? And when we have that kind of incredible level of technology, we with the mind of bodhicitta, the mind wishing to benefit all beings, we meditate or think about the nature of reality, and in this way, more than saying mantra, yeah, okay, we purify our samskaras, the stream of our personality, our karmic patterns, and we become free of samsaric existence, yeah? So our mind then produces and projects reality in a pure and positive way, yeah? So this is like the enlightenment project that Rinpoche has left us, okay? Speaking of which, yeah, another important, it's not actually really a mantra, it's more like a sentence, but we say very often, Om, Sobawa, Shuddha, Sawa, Dhamma, Sobawa, Shuddhoham, yeah, okay? It's very important to know what that means, yeah? When Buddhism is from India, okay? Actually, Lord Buddha, of course, he was a prince, so he was very clever and knew all kinds of languages and was very good at them. It's recorded, yeah, he was a great grammatician, yeah, and linguist and sport hero and everything, yeah, okay? When he gave, so it depends who he talked to, how he spoke, yeah. So if he talked to like other princes and kings, he spoke with Sanskrit, yeah, like in the well put together language. And if he spoke to like an ordinary person, like a merchant or a fruit seller or I don't know, whoever, farmer, he spoke in middle North Indian, in Prakrit, yeah, like in colloquial language, yeah, okay, in the vernacular, yeah. So anyway, okay, so anyway, as Buddhism developed in India, it was gradually, let's say, Buddha spoke in Pali or Prakrit in different Indian languages, okay? Then as Mahayana Buddhism developed, and gradually it was put into some kind of Buddhist Sanskrit, yeah, okay? And then this was taken to Tibet, yeah? So many of the things that we think are like mantras are actually like sentences, yeah? For example, Om, Sobawa, Shuddha, Sawa, Dhamma, Sobawa, Shuddhoham. It means something. I said like many of the mantras, yeah? Okay, they actually are phrases, and when it's nice to know what they mean. Like, for example, Om, Sobawa, Shuddha, yeah? So Shuddha means empty, yeah? Things do not have an intrinsic, yeah? Shuddha means empty, and Sobawa or Svabhawa in Sanskrit means own nature. So Om, Sobawa, Shuddha, Sawa, Dhamma, all phenomena, all Dhamma, all phenomena, Sobawa, Shuddhoham, yeah? So it's literally saying all Dhammas, all phenomena are empty of self or intrinsic existence, and so am I, yeah? Sobawa, Shuddho, Aham. Aham means I am, yeah? Okay? So I am Sobawa, yeah? Shuddha, yeah? I am also empty of inherent existence, self-existence, yeah? So this means that it's something we should think about and meditate on. So obviously, to be able to think about and meditate on it, we need to understand what we're saying, no? Yeah? Okay? So this is important, yeah? Because many, many times, in fact, all our sadhanas that Rinpoche showed us, yeah? First, we do refuge in the Guru, Buddha, and Sangha, yeah? Generate bodhicitta, we do Guru Yoga, yeah? Accumulate merit, positive energy. Our Guru dissolves into our subtle mind. And then we want to switch off the samsara channel, so everything dissolves into the space of emptiness. And we say Om, Sobawa, Shuddha, Sawa, Dhamma, Sobawa, Shuddhoham, yeah? All phenomena are empty of intrinsic existence, and so am I, yeah? So if I search for a true essence of, for example, my enormous book of mantras, yeah, or anything, you know, my TV remote, or a cup, or myself, or my glasses, or anything, I cannot find a true self-existing essence that does not depend on anything else, that does not depend on causes and conditions. What I can find are things that are interdependent, that are constantly changing moment by moment, that depend on causes and conditions, that our mind is labeled, created, based on a valid basis, yeah, but then, so based on parts, based on dependent arising, based on imputation, on naming, we can say, okay, relatively speaking, there is a massive book of mantras, or there is a telecommand, or there is my glasses, or there is me, yeah? Okay? But if I'm not satisfied with appearances and want to investigate more deeply than that, it's like, remember the banana tree? I wanted to find what was in a banana tree. Now, our friends in Brazil, they can actually do this if they happen to know somebody who's got a banana tree, maybe a small one, yeah, and they don't mind them doing this. But maybe we just look on YouTube. So actually, nowadays we want as many trees as possible, so we don't really want to destroy trees, no, or more trees. But anyway, so if you start to dismantle a banana tree and take away the leaves and the fiber and the bark, and the more you take away, the less is in the center, yeah, till finally it's like not much there, yeah, maybe some liquid, nothing hard, nothing solid, yeah. So this is like our search for the nature of phenomena, yeah? Our self or our table or our massive book of mantras or whatever, yeah. The more we investigate, the less solid it becomes, very much like modern science, yeah? So Om, Sobawa, Shuddha, Sawa, Dhamma, Sobawa, Shuddha, Aham. Me too, I'm like that, yeah? Because, for example, if I understand that my massive book of mantras is empty of intrinsic existence, maybe it won't change, maybe it won't shape my reality. But if I understand that, same for me, it will completely change how I think, how I live. It will have a very positive effect on my mind and my personality. So the aham bit at the end is important, yeah? Okay. So many beautiful things to know that Rinpoche shared with us. Incredible things, really, yeah? Okay, let's have a look. Some questions here on the comment bar. Okay, let's have a look. Let me just check, yeah? Okay, let's see. Okay, Lafayette from Brazil, he said, how can you become a letter? and do our bodies curve? Actually, this is actually a good question, yeah, because we all think this, yeah? When we first start to do like Vajrayana meditation and we dissolve into emptiness, and then appears the lotus and then the moon disk, and then let's use the example of a hum, because I've got a picture of a hum here, yeah, okay? But as you know, we can appear as many bijas, yeah, okay? So hang on 1 second. Let me find one without being written on the. Okay, let's take this one here. Okay, hung, yeah. This is a hung, a bija of many different Buddhas. Okay, this is letter, yeah. So we have this kind of point in the meditation. Many times we say, let's imagine, yeah. Om Sobawa Shuddha, the Guru has dissolved into our heart. We generated refuge, bodhicitta, Guru Yoga, did everything, all the preliminaries. The Guru's mind is mixed with our mind. Om Sobawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddhoham. So we imagine that lights go out from our heart, yeah. Everything dissolves like into a hologram. Everything becomes like transparent, yeah. And everything comes back, and everything dissolves into us, dissolves into our heart, dissolves into a hung, yeah. Okay. So how to say, yeah? So we imagine this is us, yeah? So this is true. Many people say, how can I fit myself into there? Yeah, well, the thing is, you're not like, I don't know, going like this, no? Like this, no? So we don't any longer have a body, no? But this is what we feel at first, yeah? Yeah? So we have to, like, I don't know, change the way we see things, yeah? Also, I remember when we were talking about the Tigli, no, and the wisdom hook, yeah, Rinpoche in the self-healing, no? He has this meditation where we go and visit the chakras, no? So we go up and down the central channel, we look at, for example, we visit the heart chakra, we look there is blue, yeah, the blue heart chakra, and so on, yeah? So Rinpoche's guru, Kyabje Song Rinpoche, he said that we have to get over this feeling of there's like two of us, yeah, okay? Because at first we're not sure which one it is, if I'm like the body or if I'm the drop, yeah, okay? But he said we have to see things from the perspective of the drop, yeah, and identify that that is the real me, yeah, not the physical body, okay? So it's very much we have to learn to change our perspective, yeah? So we have many of these bijas like Om and Ah and Hum and Hri and Ah and Bam and so on, yeah? So you have to think, well, actually, this is a big subject. It's called the three transformations, yeah? And let me see. I'm sure that during our 1 year experience, yeah, of self-healing, we will get to one point where we can go through this in detail, yeah? Okay. Let me Let me just tell you in a super short way, like an easy way, okay? The 3 transformations means what, yeah? Okay, on the base level, we have our ordinary body, speech, and mind. We have waking consciousness, going to sleep, and dreaming, yeah? Every day we fall asleep without choice, we dream, and then we wake up. And then we have our daily life, yeah? And so on and so on. It goes on like that without, we don't feel as though we can stop that, no? It just happens, no? So what we need to do is learn to purify that stream of consciousness, okay? So we have this kind of tantric technology that we call the 3 transformations on the base level, the path level, and the highest level, which is the Buddha level, yeah? So what we do first is we imagine that everything dissolves into emptiness. So first what we imagine, like very simply, see my TV, okay, see there's my TV there behind me, okay, this is a modern TV, so not this one, you know, the old TVs that we used to have before they had like this modern screen. So old TVs, when you switch them off, they used to go down to a point in the center, like a green point or whatever, a point, and then disappear, yeah? So we imagine that reality dissolves into one point and then disappears into the space of emptiness, yeah? Not nothingness, into the space of emptiness, yeah? Into the space of new bliss and emptiness, it's called, yeah? Okay? Then, out of the space of empty, and when we say, okay, this is the real me. I am the Dharmakaya. I am the pure mind of the Buddha, yeah? Okay? Yeah. But then we think, okay, but if I stay in this state, only other Buddhas can relate to me. And actually, what I want is to help the ordinary suffering beings. Therefore, I must arise in the form of the Sambhogakaya, the enjoyment body, yeah? So then appears one seed letter, let's say like Hung, like this for example, yeah? So in the space, there appears this made out of light, yeah? Letter Hung, let's say, yeah? So then we say, this is the enjoyment body. This is the real me, okay? Yeah? So we don't think that it's like our physical body folded up into there, because our physical body is already dissolved into a point and disappeared, yeah? When we dissolved into emptiness. So we have no longer got a physical body, yeah? So this is a purified manifestation of our dreaming consciousness, actually, yeah? Okay? So it's just something we have to practice and get used to, yeah? So then we think, I am the Hung, yeah? Like this, yeah? Okay, but then we think, okay, but if I stay like this as the enjoyment body, only high bodhisattvas can see me, so that's not what I want, because they're okay. What I want is to manifest in a form that all beings can see, so I can relate to them. So therefore, I'm going to take rebirth in the form of the Tulku, the Nirmanakaya, yeah? So we train in that by imagining that this dissolves into light, and then let's say we appear in the pure crystal body of Guru Buddha Vajrasattva, yeah? Okay? Yeah? So training like that is training. So we're training for healing our going to sleep, dreaming and waking up, yeah? And one day, healing, as Rinpoche said, no? I said at the beginning, Rinpoche said we need to have this peace habit when we die and we're reborn, yeah? So to die in the peaceful way, in the best way, to transform the intermediate state, the bardo, and to transform the rebirth process in the best way, in the highest way, yeah? So this is why, you know, when we say, like, for example, Lama, Ganchen, Rinpoche, Tulku means Nimanakaya, it means the manifestation of a high Buddha or Bodhisattva in the physical form, yeah? Okay, so that's why we have great respect for people like that who have, you know, this kind of quality, this kind of energy, yeah? Okay. You know, we're very lucky that we still have some people like that amongst us in this world, you know, and obviously, please come back as soon as possible, yeah? Grace us with your next holy Tulku form, yeah? Okay, for the next generations, yeah? So anyway, so Lafayette, so, but this is not, I mean, okay, we all think this to start with, it's okay, and this is why it's very good that we all ask questions, because for sure what you think, we all think, or we thought that, because many years ago when I start meditating, I also thought that, by the way, how can I get myself into there, yeah? But then we understand that it's not the physical body, it's in the manifestation of our subtle mind, yeah, okay? Anyway, this process of dissolving into emptiness and arising as the bija, the seed lettable, and then arising as the Guru Buddha, is healing on the base level, the path level, and finally we manifest as the 3 bodies of a Buddha, yeah? With the holy body, speech, and mind of an enlightened being. So it's incredible, powerful technology, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so Lafayette, that's, I mean, okay, this is like very high stuff, yeah? So, but we're just going to talk in an easy way, so we get like one taste, one idea, then later, later on, as we all get better, we can speak in more detail. But anyway, first we need like first idea, okay? Okay, so anyway, so actually Lafayette was asking lots of questions. He said, I'm not quite sure what he means, but it said, do we have to do zillions of repetitions? Well, generally with mantras, more is more, but you should, with these things, you do until you get like get the flow of the energy, actually, till you get a connection with that energy, with that Guru Buddha, yeah? Like Rinpoche, for example, for sure he said like millions and millions, and as you say, zillions of mantras, but finally he become like the mantra, like his speech become mantra, and that's what we're aiming for. Then he said, don't need to do much practice because your body, speech, and mind is the Buddha's body, speech, and mind, yeah? So all these things are methods to help us to reach that state, okay? Okay, Beatrice said, can you write the emails of Sharon and Carmen here? Yes, I will try. Okay, so, okay, this is the email of Sharon, yeah, okay, very wonderful person, yeah, who since many, many years has been helping, not only Helping Actions, takes care of that together with Enrica, yeah, and some other friends, but helping Rinpoche and me with all the books and things. Thank you very much, Sharon, so kind, yeah, and also Carmen since the beginning. Yeah? Let me put the Carmen, yeah, so if you want to interested in that project, or if you're interested in transcribing or anything to do with, teachings and so on, like to help, especially what we need is translation and transcription, actually, or if you like to sponsor a project, you're very welcome. Anyway, talk to them, please. Yeah, the Carmen at gmail.com. There you are. Hopefully that's right. Yeah, shall I help? No, hang on. Shall I help? Oops, sorry. Yeah, oops, that's wrong. Sorry, I need to delete that one. Remove. Sorry, done it wrong. Hang on, sorry. Shall help at yahoo.com. Okay, that's Sharon, yeah. Okay, so quickcarmen at gmail.com and Shala help at yahoo.com, okay? Please, if you like, get in touch with them, okay? Okay, then let's have a look. Anybody else? I think that's all the questions, yeah, okay. Unless anybody else would like to ask one question, you still have a few minutes, you're welcome. If it's a question about Dharma, of course. Okay. This is one card made by Andy Weber. It says Om, what does it say? Om Muni Muni, Om Muni Muni, Maha Muni Soha. Actually, our Lama Genshin Rinpoche always said Om Muni Muni, Maha Muni, Shakya Muni Soha, yeah. Okay, well, he's got Mum in the central, which is the seed letter, the bija of Shakyamuni Buddha. So many times in our sadhanas, like in Self-Healing 3 book and so on, Rinpoche used that one. Let's have a look. This is Om Mani Padme Hum Free, Chenrezig, and actually I'll show you another one. I'll show you one that my friend Babel made. Let me find it. Hang on. See, I'm just showing you the things that I have around in here. Okay, not exactly organised, but there's actually this beautiful one. This is one that Babel did. The last few years, she started to do this, and also it says NgalSo Ganshin Labrang Tibetan calligraphy Uchen style. Yeah, actually very beautiful. You can say this is a tree in the centre. Yeah, okay, and it says Om Mani Padme Hum Free. Okay. Let's look. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme. Actually, around the side it says Om Mani Padme Hum. Yeah, the colours are the different states of consciousness that the mantra purifies. Yeah. So also, if you a few months ago when we were talking about open eye Chenrezig, I gave one explanation about that. If you want to know all about not all about, something about the Chenrezig mantra. So also Babel, she's doing beautiful things like that. I'm sure if you contact her, or if it's on I'm sure it's on our ngalso.org website. Yeah. So we have many of these these chakras of meditation, yeah. So these kind of things you're supposed to be able to visualize in your heart, yeah. Actually, well, by the way, these are flat now. They're supposed to be like standing up, yeah, when you visualize them around your heart. So it'd be more like something like curved, yeah, like something like standing up in a circle is actually how it would look, with the main bija, the seed letter, in the heart in the center. Yeah, so it's like they would all stand up. Yeah, and you would read them like that. Most of them go clockwise. Yeah, but a few of the female Buddhas, they go anti-clockwise. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so like this. Yeah. So I think that's probably enough on mantras for this evening. Anyway, all this, of course, it's entertaining, but let's try and put it all into practice. So please, everybody, if you're interested in the NgalSo self-healing system, please do consider joining the Zoom groups that we've set up to meditate on Lama Gansh's beautiful NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice together. So we have many groups, yeah. We have a Brazil group in Portuguese on Saturday. On Sundays, we have Dutch-German group, an Italian group, an American Sangha group, yeah. Then what do we have? On Wednesdays, we have a Malaysia Sangha group. So they decided to practice in English, okay? And we're going to start the French-speaking group on Wednesday evenings, starting from next Wednesday. Actually, starting from tomorrow, yeah? Tomorrow, we're going to start with the French-speaking NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice group for our French, Belgian, Swiss, Canadian, or anybody else who wants to practice in French, and Matthias will be translating, okay? Seeing as my French is not very good. I last spoke French at school, which was quite a long time ago, yeah? Then what else do we have? On Fridays, we have our Spanish-speaking Sangha group, also very important, yeah? We have many, many different Sangha groups in South America, in Chile, Argentina, of course in Spain, and many other places, yeah? So if you'd like to join any of our Sangha groups, you're very welcome, okay? It's free, yeah? And the point of all this is practice, no? Rinpoche said, you said, head full, heart cold, no good. Head empty, heart hot is good, yeah? So it means we should practice, yeah? And put you and me, all of us, we need to integrate this into our experience, yeah? So Rinpoche, I was reading, he said, we should talk about the NgalSo teachings for a year, and we should meditate on them for a year, so we're doing what our guru said. So if anybody would like to join at any time, yeah, you're welcome. You don't even have to be a Buddhist, yeah? Anybody is welcome to enter any of our meditation groups, yeah? You're welcome, even for one session if you like. So there you are, yeah? If you want to know more about that, on our ngalso.org website, we have an announcement. And we also have a Signal group called, what's it called? I think it's called NgalSo Self-Healing Retreat, I believe, yeah? Where it's a multilingual group where all the announcements for all the Zoom groups are, yeah? Probably some other places too. Anyway, you're all very welcome if you like, yeah? So let's not just think about it, yeah? It's all very interesting, yeah? But let's also put it into practice and try and become happier, stronger, kinder, more beautiful people, yeah? With more qualities manifested in order to help many other people to do the same, yeah? And that is making our life meaningful. So this we can do whether we are in the middle of a pandemic or not. So this is a very good project to do, isn't it, yeah? Okay. So anyway, so thank you very much. Let's all dedicate now all the positive, Rinpoche said, all the positive energy we need to put in our karma bank, yeah? Yeah, and as we always say, we have to give it away to keep it, yeah? So let me just find the dedication that Rinpoche liked to say, which is the one based on Shantideva Bodhisattva Charya Avatara, 10th chapter, yeah? So Rinpoche took out some verses that he found very meaningful, and now we say very often this verse, yeah? These verses of dedication, yeah? Let me just find them, yeah? Okay, I'm going to repeat them in English, okay? Seeing as that's my mother tongue, yeah? Okay, so please touch your hand to your heart, yeah? Why? Because we need to integrate all these practices into our mind. So our mind is our heart, yeah? So we need to integrate our head and our heart also, it means actually, yeah? Okay, so at dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. May everyone who is sick with disease be freed at once from every malady. May every sickness that afflicts the living be wholly and forever absent from the world. May medicines be full of strength. May our secret words of power be chanted with success. May the bacteria and virus that feed on our flesh be kind, their minds full of pity towards us. May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their bodies and minds have, by virtue of my merit, joy and happiness in boundless measure. As long as space exists, as long as there are migrating beings to be found, for that long may I return to drive away the sorrow of the world. May the pain and sorrow of all wandering beings ripen wholly upon me, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas always bring about the happiness of beings. May the Dharma, the only cure for sorrow, the source of every bliss and happiness, be blessed with resources, upheld with veneration, and continue for a vast amount of time. Nimo dele sendele, nime kuya dele shin, nin sentatu dele pel, kunjo sungi hijingi lo, kunjo sungi nedruso, kunjo sungi hitashi sho, mihigme sewe, te chen chen rezi, rime kiempe, wampo jampelya, dupu mahalu, jomze samweda, kanchen kiepe, sugye sonkapa, Lohosan trapen, shabla sowate. Thank you all very much for listening and participating. And like I say, at any time, if anybody, whether you're in our Sangha or not, would like to join our NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing meditations in our Zoom group, you're welcome. This was Lama Ganchen's wish that anybody, any culture, any religion or none, if they like, they're welcome. So there you are. Okay, thank you all very much. See you next Tuesday for the next teaching. And if not, I shall be in the Zoom groups. Welcome to join if you like meditating with us and talking more about the Dharma together there. Okay, thank you very, very much. Okay.